As I say, press the like and go under this video if you want to get my free training and you want to start trading the right way. So so we've covered a few charts. Someone just asked for GJ, so we'll do some FX pairs, and I'm also going to do the ORD. GJ, I'm going to start with my higher time frames. So GJ is really interesting, and the reason why is because what happened is you've come up to this level previously, okay? And if you just popped your weekly for a minute, you can see that much clearer. It looks a little bit like gold, but without the third tongue, if you like. Now, the price fell, okay? And the reason why it got rejected, and people don't, this is something people skip out a lot. The reason why it got rejected is because these areas of rejection are so close, okay? So the price only comes so far. Now, that's why it's come back up, and that's why you're re-attacking those highs. So what is likely is, you're not just going to break through there in one go if you go the downside, and you'll probably get caught along here when you manage to do that, okay? But having said that, any re-attack on those highs you've just hit, okay, and you'll need a 4-hour for this, is going to have to be a very light sell, okay? And it's because you've got areas of support that are so close by. And you can also see that there isn't a large impetus to the downside because people aren't massively selling it. There's no big red candle and there's no forceful shorting. So that's why you get two traders in this market. Either the guys who are going to short here and scalp probably, or the people who are much more risk averse, who are going to put their time frames up really high and just look for longer term shorts. Okay, like you can see there. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if the pound yen does go higher, because if you look on your monthly, you can see there's rejection to the downside really early on, just like there is there. And you can see that there's nothing powerful pushing it lower. Otherwise, it would look like that. So if I were trading the pound yen, I would probably let it move up higher, or you would need larger entry confirmation. In other words, a bigger red candle, and then I would just look long lower anyway at that point. So I would hold off GJ is what I'm saying. It looks ugly anyway. This isn't really attractive to give you a clear idea because there's such tight price margins. You've got support there and you've got resistance there that is crumbling. Okay, it's too tight. But nonetheless, I would be lightly short at the top of that mini sideways channel, if you like. Otherwise, 174 and onwards is going to be the area that I would look short, and I would do so lightly at that point because it's an extreme market. So I hope that helps. There's still a lot of people in here. Is there any other charts anyone wants to look at? For anyone that's coming in to here now, I like gold long lower. I think you'll probably come under this, but you could be extremely lightly short there. But because of PA dragging the market down, I would much rather be long here, and for margin reasons. It's not. I mean, if you were long now, you don't have much of a move, but if you were long here, you do, and you've hit this level so many times, and that is weak. Okay, you've got a tiny pop up, and you're already getting a full body candle. So just look at things sometimes and ask yourself, does it look strong to the upside? It's the same with the pound yen. Does it look strong to the downside? And the answer is no. So dollar Swiss, people ask me about a lot. I did say you could very lightly long trade this. I think you'll probably get up here, possibly. But it's just gone down and down and down and down and down. So any new longs would have to be very light. Again, it's not showing you anything really strong, but because of the extremity of the price, I wouldn't be surprised if you do eventually get fired up on it. It's a little bit more advanced, and if you're not at that level, I probably would avoid it. New Zealand dollar yen, much like the pound yen, you're coming up to these previous short levels. I like it short there. Euro dollar, someone's just asked me about. Sure, I can load that up. So you had your move up and it's pushed down. I actually drew that beforehand. If I swap to my daily, which is a little bit more significant, you'll come into the level which we spoke about long many times. Okay, and it's coming down towards this 100 MA. I think you'll probably push down to where I've just drawn that red line. So I would start to scale in long there. That could be long zone 1 for you. In other words, your first position with DCA. If you're running stops, okay, it's not exactly how I trade. It's different for everyone, but I prefer to use DCA. So I'm looking long lower 107.73. That would be in line with this uptrend. As I say so many times, the markets have to fall. Nothing will go up forever in the straight line. Everything will eventually pull back, and it's just the natural way things go. It's just the way of the market. Still lots of guys in here. If you just come in, smash the boost. See how many have liked it. 8. If anyone wants to press it now, that'd be great. Jump on board under here, because my free training will change your trading a lot. And you probably learned a few things already being on here. If you can ask a question in there as well, it'd be fantastic, because then I can answer it fully. There has never been a time where someone asks me something, I say I don't know. It just doesn't happen. And the reason why is because I've been asked everything, and I've studied everything pretty much. So pound New Zealand's an interesting one for a lot of people. In terms of long zones, you've got really nice tech long zone here. I really like this. If you can get there, I think that's going to be good. The reason why is because you've got a mixture of MAs, all right, which is number 1. Number 2, you've just got tons of resistance. It's unlikely you're going to batter through that. Think about how much rejection there is. I like it long. I would start to scale into this 196,700. Again, it's the midline of the channel. You can see that, and you could half your position there, maybe 196.5 or something, and then go for the bit underneath. All right, with the rest of your position. So they're key trading rules you just have to know if you want to be more accurate. It's not about breakouts, okay? If you were a breakout trader here, you won't have made money. Just simply trade the natural way of the market. Trade with things. Swim with the tide. If you swim against the tide, it's hard, isn't it? It's like running up a hill. That's all you're going to do. If you'd shorted there, and you'd shorted there because you can see price action, and you can read where people are putting orders in the market, and you know how to manage your risk correctly, you would have been fine. Okay, so that is how I like to trade with price action rules. So I've been on for 22 minutes. Has anyone got any other questions about anything at all? Doesn't matter what it is. Okay, just ask it. Pound CAD. I think you're going to come lower. I don't really like it at the moment. It's just too high for me, and there's nothing significant to look at. I think perhaps you will come lower eventually, 164 area, if you get a fall. Okay, might take a sec, but I think you'll come that far. I've done pound New Zealand. I've done I need to do AUD. I'm going to just cover AUD. I did a video on this as well. AUD is just crumbling against the US dollar, looking weaker and weaker. I wouldn't be surprised you do come down. Okay, and your next sort of bounce, if you like, probably somewhere in line with. I would trade it very lightly, again, because you've come a long way. But I think you're going to break down the current level you're at, and I think for longs, 0.645 is more feasible. And the reason why is because if I swap to the daily, again, this is weak. It's a flat up move, okay? And you should be able to tell from price action that you're not coming very far. Again, like I said earlier, there isn't that massive boost. There isn't that massive move to tell you that this is blazing to the long side, okay? This is a very light long, just in case you get up here, but I wouldn't go nuts and say, wow, this is amazing, because it's not. Okay, I'd rather get long lower in line with this. Okay, and that would be the next level, 0.647. So there's still loads of people in here. If you're just coming in, hit the boost, get my free training below. I will record, I am recording this, and I'll put it on YouTube later on. Euro AUD, I did an edit, let's pick on it, as many of you will know. what you are seeing is a slight uptrend on your 1 hourly. Okay, I mean, really, you would have to move this like that, and it would probably look like this if you auto drew it. Okay, it's very, very thin. Really, the best way to see this is if you just take a normal trend line. Okay, it's really awaiting a move up there if you get it. Now, you are dropping to key MAs, okay, and support. If you look at your 15-minute, you got the same. If you look at your daily, it doesn't look as good. Again, it's showing you that price action. Okay, so I would say it's probable that you'll get a, let me just get rid of this. So, I mean, pretty much what I was trying to illustrate is the fact that your lows are getting higher. Okay, you haven't got above this previous high, so you can't say specifically it's an uptrend. But I think you'll get scalp longs there. I would only very lightly trade it today. I'm only really doing an update on it because I did an editor's pick. But otherwise, because you haven't had much of a push at this point, okay, I wouldn't be surprised you come under, and therefore I would look for risk-averse longs lower. And that's going to suit a lot of people on TradingView, but you would have to have the pull down. Again, if you don't get there, you don't get there. You don't lose any money. You just trade something else, as I said. For those, the chart of the day is probably going to be the dollar yen. For those who are watching what I put out on the dollar yen, you might be able to minorly short that, but again, I'm more interested in it if you can get nearer 140. Okay, and that comes in line with this pretty much. And that is my bias on the dollar yen. So I would look short if you get up there and when you get up there. New Zealand yen, I've done that. I'm pretty sure I've done that already. It's short. It's a short. Okay, so still a lot of people in here. If there any more requests, anyone want to look at anything? Doesn't matter what chart it is. Okay, doesn't matter at all. If you're wondering how I do this and you don't want to keep losing money, then just go under the screen here. The link is there to start. If you don't follow me on TradingView, click my name and hit the follow button. Can't see any more questions at the moment, so I'll probably do a video later. If you want to ask them in the Discord, do that. My auto copy service is going to be out very, very soon, so everyone can copy my MT4 trading. I've opened a 5,000, 10,000, 25,000 account, or 3 different lower level accounts, so anyone can copy those. Anyone who wants to trade bigger than that will have to apply. So yeah, I mean, I think that does it for today. Thanks for coming, guys. Hope that helps. As I say, you can start myself for free under there. Training's fantastic. It'll help you out a lot, and it'll stop you losing money probably immediately because of the things in there. If you can press the boost, that'd be fantastic. If you leave a question, if you're stuck, I can probably get back to it. But yeah, thanks for coming today, guys. Hope that helps, and I'll see you in the next one. See you there.